Respect isn't given, it's earned through unwavering principles and strength of character. In this video, we uncover the number one rule to gaining lasting respect. Discover the stories of those who've stood their ground and commanded respect throughout history. Brothers, I call upon your attention, your heart, and your spirit. For today, we explore one of the most elusive and coveted treasures of our existence: respect. A word so simple yet so profound. Respect is not a mere social courtesy or a fleeting recognition. It is the bedrock upon which relationships, leadership, and legacy are built. But what is the secret to this treasure? What is the unshakable foundation upon which respect stands tall, even in the fiercest storms of life? It is the principle of standing firm. Who commands respect? Think of the figures who stand out in history, not for their wealth, not for their power, but for their unwavering dedication to their beliefs. From the resilient activists who faced oppression with courage to the quiet leaders who upheld their values in the shadows of adversity. These are the individuals who command our respect. Consider Mahatma Gandhi, who led India to independence through nonviolent resistance. Despite the might of the British Empire, he stood firm in his principle of nonviolence, even in the face of imprisonment and ridicule. His steadfastness in his beliefs earned him respect not just in India, but across the world. Look at Nelson Mandela, who endured 27 years of imprisonment, refusing to renounce his struggle against apartheid. When he finally walked free, it wasn't just as a man. He emerged as a symbol of unbreakable spirit but why? Because they stood firm in their principles. They did not waver. They did not compromise. They were lighthouses in the tempest, beacons of integrity amidst chaos. What does it mean to stand firm in your principles? To stand firm is to plant your feet on the solid ground of your convictions and refuse to be moved. It is to declare with every fiber of your being, "Here I stand, and I will not be moved." It means drawing a line in the sand and saying, "This is who I am, this is what I believe, and nothing will make me betray these truths." Standing firm does not mean rigidity or stubbornness. No, it means strength. It means having the courage to be steadfast in a world that is ever-changing, ever-compromising. It means embracing the discomfort of dissent and the isolation of integrity, knowing that respect is the reward for such endurance. When does respect truly manifest? It is in the crucible of adversity where respect is forged, not in the light of easy days, but in the shadows of challenges and tribulations. When the winds of opposition howl and the waves of doubt crash upon you, that is when your true strength reveals itself. It is in those defining moments when you could have bent, could have broken, could have yielded, but chose not to. That is when respect finds you. Respect is born not in the moments of glory, but in the trenches of your darkest battles, where you emerge not just victorious, but unbroken in spirit. Where do we find the strength to stand firm? Look within. The strength you seek does not lie in external validation or fleeting affirmations. It lies in the depths of your character, in the quiet assurance of your soul that whispers, "You are enough. Your values are enough. Stand tall." It is in the quiet reflection of your solitude where you confront your fears, wrestle with your doubts, and emerge fortified. It is in the sanctuary of your principles where your soul finds its armor against the onslaught of compromise and cowardice. Why is standing firm so crucial? Because the world respects what it cannot corrupt. The world honors what it cannot change. The world bows to what it cannot break. Standing firm in your principles sends a powerful message that you are a force to be reckoned with, that you are a fortress of integrity, unyielding to the pressures of conformity. It is this very steadfastness, this refusal to capitulate, that commands respect. How do we maintain this rule? Ah, here lies the greatest challenge, the truest test of character, and the very crucible where the weak are separated from the strong. To maintain your stance, to keep your principles intact amid the relentless tides of life, requires a discipline that is both fierce like a roaring lion and gentle like a steady flame that refuses to be extinguished. Each day you must rise with the dawn and recommit yourself to your values, as if your life depends on it, because, in many ways, it does. Each moment you must stand at the crossroads, where integrity meets convenience, and make the hard choice, the noble choice, the right choice. This is not a one-time declaration, but a relentless pursuit, a daily battle fought not in the grand arenas of the world, but in the silent, solitary chambers of your soul. Picture this. The world around you whispers the easy way out, tempting you with comfort, luring you with shortcuts, and beckoning you with the mirage of instant gratification. The world will tell you to bend, to break, to abandon your principles for the sake of expediency. But in that very moment, when the weight of the world feels unbearable, you must summon the iron within you. You must steel yourself, clench your fists, lift your chin, and declare, I will not be moved. You must be like the ancient oak, whose roots run deep, anchoring it through storms and tempests. You must become the rock in the river that splits the current, unyielding and unbroken. To maintain your principles is to wear the armor of consistency, the shield of conviction, and wield the sword of truth. It requires vigilance, for the enemy of compromise lurks in the shadows of complacency. It is in the quiet, everyday moments, when no one is watching, that your true character is forged. And yes, this battle is exhausting. It will drain you, challenge you, and at times you will question if it's worth it. You will stand on the precipice of doubt, gazing into the abyss of uncertainty. But let me tell you, this battle is worth every ounce of your strength, every drop of your sweat, every tear shed in solitude. For in this struggle you forge something eternal, a legacy not built on sand but on rock, unshakable and everlasting. Your life becomes a beacon, a living narrative of what it means to be respected, not for what you possess, but for who you are, unwavering in your truth. The world will watch. They will see a person who refused to compromise, who chose the harder path not because it was easy, but because it was right. And in that, my friends, lies the essence of respect. In the bustling offices of a top-tier marketing firm, John was just another name on the employee list, a diligent worker but invisible in the crowd. He kept his head down, did his tasks, and avoided confrontation. But John knew that blending in wasn't enough if he wanted to lead and leave a lasting impact. One day, the company faced a challenging situation. A high-profile client demanded an unethical marketing campaign that would stretch the truth and mislead consumers. The management, eager to please the client, leaned towards agreeing, valuing short-term gain over integrity. As the team gathered in the conference room, a tense silence filled the air. No one wanted to oppose the client, fearing backlash or losing their job. It was then that John, usually quiet, stood up. With a steady voice, he said, I understand the pressures we're facing, but compromising our integrity will hurt us in the long run. If we lose our ethical standards, we lose the trust of our audience and, ultimately, our credibility. At first, his colleagues exchanged uneasy glances. The managers frowned, but John didn't waver. We should offer the client an alternative campaign, one that is both effective and honest. Standing firm on our values will set us apart as a company that people can trust. His words struck a chord. Slowly, his colleagues began to nod, and the room filled with a renewed sense of purpose. The management, seeing the strength in John's conviction, decided to propose his idea to the client. Surprisingly, the client appreciated the firm's commitment to integrity and agreed to the new approach. John's willingness to stand firm in his principles changed everything. His courage earned him not only the respect of his peers, but also a promotion to lead the project. His reputation as a man of integrity spread throughout the company, and he became a trusted figure whose opinions were valued and respected. So, hold fast, stand tall, for in the heart of this battle lies the glory of a life that commands respect.